think Victoria's losing. Well, we can refer to the passion that is enduring.
Exactly. Between the two sides that the kids don't even realise where it began.
Everybody, welcome to Bendut Stadium in Perth for the very first round of Men's and Mixed Nationals 2023. And my co-commentator, Nathan Blomley, is with me, my old foe from Victoria. And here we are watching the first centre pass. Oh, Victoria has got it straight away.
And for those lineups for Victoria, we've got in goal shooter Terran King, goal attack Shane Maniapoto, wing attack Harrison Lefebvre, centre Joshua Feeney, wing defence Josh Fell, goal defence Daniel King, goalkeeper Ryan Lovell. As we see a first miss from Shane Maniapoto. For New South Wales, goal shooter Jack Wilson, goal attack Charlie Whitaker, wing attack Jonas Kapsaris, centre Harry Harris, wing defence Jake Borchia, goal defence Riley Blewett, and goalkeeper Fraser Salmon.
And it's very to and fro straight away. These young players, they're developing their skills, but they're so much more exciting to see the level that they're able to play at every single year.
And I imagine there's a lot of nerves out there, being the first game of the tournament, first time slot. It would take a little bit to settle in. I think after 5 or so minutes, we should see the skill level lift and a lot of the nerves taken away. Lovely look in. First score on the board for Terran King for Victoria.
Victoria has the centre pass. They've gone down the middle channel, but they haven't anticipated the goalkeeper from New South Wales. The jump was incredible.
Yeah, fantastic hands from Fraser Salmon there.
And that's the big difference between the men's and women's game, is the extra space created above the court by the athleticism of the men. And also these young guys, they have it in spades. Once again,
terrific contest.
Yes.
New South Wales wanting to capitalise now on the opportunity from the intercept. Great drive up middle, Jake Borchia. But Ryan Lovell come through.
Oh, that pass from behind the shoulder is really something that needs to be worked on. For short players, they need to raise it above their head and get the timing right. I noticed it in the men's game as well. The players tend to have trouble with dodges and balks and predicting the movement because they're so focused on their athleticism, but it is a mature skill that they need to learn.
Great opportunity here for New South Wales, but Ryan Lovell getting up there beautifully. Victoria once again looking through. Taryn King, the target they've got in goal shooter.
They've really isolated him as their target shooter, as you say, Lommers. But the feeders are taking risks at the wrong time. They just need to calm down and make good decisions. Unlike that one.
a bit too smart from Maniapoto there. King not quite ready for it. Unfortunate footwork call there for Charlie Whitaker, coming out of the circle strongly as a goal attack. Some good space use, but unfortunately the hold there, Taryn, giving New South Wales another opportunity. New South wanting to centre it and going down the line. Unfortunately, not many options. There still a few nerves, only 5 minutes in to this first quarter for New South Wales. As Victoria have got another turnover as they look working down. New South Wales nice and tight defensively.
I get the feeling Victoria is going to capitalise, not on that particular play, but they are going to get the ball through a bit more crisply. New South Wales taking risks, not really thinking about the next play, and they're still on 0 goals after more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, New South Wales just getting caught out a little bit on their timing so far. But I imagine that'll settle as we see Shane Maniapoto with his first score of the quarter. We're trying to do the right thing there. Charlie Whitaker getting across the line. The unfortunate out of court.
It's a game of pass and catch, isn't it? So
some might say it's a simple sport at times.
And Vicky Wilson would say it's a game of millimetres.
Cheeky little pass off the post there. Very lucky that it didn't spill out. Taryn King with his 4th goal. The goalers find each other very easily there for Victoria. New South Wales got to do a bit more work to make it less clear the hold on Taryn King. Strong drive through, but Josh Fell pulling up the contact, almost getting the intercept there. Harry Harris driving strong to pocket. Here's an opportunity for New South Wales. Mid-range shot. First attempt there, Jack Wilson. Taryn King is providing such a strong target there for Victoria and goal shooter. Fraser Salmon starting to come off the body here, having a look.
And so, Blommers, you've noticed the anxiety levels of the players. They're not executing perhaps to their potential. What, as a coach, would you be saying to them in the next break?
I'd be saying it's still okay at this point in time. Whilst Victoria have come out a bit more firing, it's still perfectly fine what's going on out there. May not have scored yet, but you're going to get the nerves out there. It's first game. Everyone needs to get a touch, get a feel for it. Nothing to stress about just yet.
And how do you get a shooter in the right mindset? Because they've got no goals at the moment. How do you encourage them to chill out and just get that first goal?
Well, start trying to find some setups that you've worked on at training between the goalers and get them to find their range. At the moment, they're just going for that mid-range shot. If you can get them into this nice closer shot that's just about to occur, just give them some key instructions, balance, focus on the shot. As we get the first goal there for Charlie Whitaker.
Oh, we still love Victoria.
But all that takes is that one goal, like that one, to help build some confidence for New South Wales side.
The whole team will lift from that one goal.
And I expect to see a few more start coming in here from New South Wales. Beautiful hands there, though. Josh Fell just getting around, cutting off the angle that Jonas Kipsaris was working for. Oh, the sweep Maniapoto.
Oh, beautiful shot.
And that's what a bit of confidence can do for a goaler as well. Is they've had a few more runs through. They're starting to find their rhythm.
Oh, yeah.
The confidence to put up
the
that
hold,
shot.
The hold there from Taryn King was beautiful, and the timing of the drop and the feed was excellent. Just such a joy to watch when this game falls into place.
And Josh Fell coming up with a few key hands that nice and clean with hand around the outside, not going the body hand. New South Wales, they've got another opportunity here, chasing up the ball. All they've got to do is start finding their time in New South Wales in that attack line, I think. They're starting to get some beautiful hands defensively. Now they've just got to get that to flow through and get timing.
Yeah, well, isn't that the age-old story?
Timing is very important.
Yes, and the defense is coming up with the ball. The shooters need to just think about each pass and retain possession.
A nice cross-court. We don't often like the cross-court in netball, but beautiful timing there.
Oh, great work from Victoria. They're powering ahead. It's 12 goals to 1 at the moment. Sorry, 11 to 1.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that one counted.
flirting with the goal line there, Victoria, through Taryn King. Managed to use the backspace quite well. And the sweep there from Maniapoto, creating the space there for Taryn King.
It's just way too easy for the Victorian feeders to find their target shooter at the moment.
And they've got their confidence up. They had a couple of turnovers go their way. They're finding their rhythm on the end of the ball. New South Wales, if they can find that, very much be able to be back in this game. Beautiful baseline drive. There we go. New South Wales, Jack Wilson, his first on the board. And that's got to do some wonders for some confidence, getting that first goal of the tournament out of the way.
Oh, such a relief. I don't shoot anymore, but gosh, it's tough. You've got those extra skills to execute every single second of the game. And then when you haven't shot for ages, you just go through this dry patch. You want to get a goal on the board.
Ooh, and good isolation work there from Victoria. Shane Maniapoto bringing out both defenders with him.
Well, he moved the best he's moved for this first quarter. He shouldn't rely only on his height. The best shooters have dodges. Yes. Yes, in and out dodges, a variety. So
Jonas,
obviously a really key player for Victoria.
Oh, absolutely. And Jonas Kapsaris, beautiful eyes into Wilson, getting that under the post. That's the timing we'll talk about from New South Wales that should start coming. Good hands, Harrison Lefebvre.
Yes, but also your Victorian players, they actually attack the ball when it's being released nice and low. But the New South Wales players shouldn't release the ball so low in the middle of the court. So it's very smart from Victorians to attack that ball on the low release.
Yeah, and timing, we've talked about an attack, but timing is so important defensively as well. And showing what a good distance is and how important that is to keep that pressure on. Bit of a force ball there from Feeney.
That's better. Swing it around. Yes. Great work, Victoria. Can't help but applaud that one.
It was a wonderful drop. Recognising that they'd both gone forward. Perfect opportunity to go. And that is a great timing. Unfortunate contact there, Riley Blewett. I love the attempt and the fact that he went through with it. Oh, the release. That is some terrific timing there from Victoria. Just on the end of it, on the end of it, on the end of it.
They're really connected. I really like the Victorian style of play at this point.
The fact that they've got multiple options coming to the ball, having a release. Oh,
These under-20s, they just bounce, don't they?
yeah, it takes a bit longer for some of the older bodies to get off the ball. Third goal there for Jack Wilson. But it's just a bit of communication error there from Lovell and Fell, not letting each other know who was attempting the ball.
Oh, that's elementary play from Victoria. Very smart, very easy, and direct. The wing attack just dodges off the line. The goal attack takes the centre pass. It's just a very simple, strategic play.
And we're seeing Ryan Lovell have a bit of a hunt there, but then losing
Whoa.
Jack Wilson, who's found some confidence now. He's got those first couple of goals in. 4 goals for him now. There's a little bit of patience from Victoria, not afraid to work it off the circle.
So Harrison Lefebvre, the Victorian wing attack, he's just owning the feeding at the moment.
Yeah, getting beautiful circle edge, the timing to be on the circle, not too early, but
Yeah, he's there at exactly the right time, and he makes himself conspicuous. Even though there's not much of him as a person, he's there. They know where to put the ball. He takes it, and he feeds it well. And that's the end of the first quarter. New South Wales versus Victoria under 20s. Victoria with a huge lead, 18-5. So welcome back here. The first game on the first day, Victoria versus New South Wales under 20s. Victoria leading 19-5. Very impressive. The connections have started to form and been seen, particularly in the Victorian attack.
New South Wales getting the very early opportunity here with the centre pass. Not wanting to put up the mid-range shot. Ryan Lovell having a good hunt, getting some great hands.
However, Blomers, you can already see they're actually passing short passes and they're thinking about it, although not every pass will be accurate. But
they don't look as nervous straight away this quarter as they did in that first quarter.
It's the obvious coaching move, but players just need, at the elite level, they'll gradually learn these skills, how to play the first quarter with accuracy. And there's Victoria scoring straight away.
A little bit more hesitant on time, and I think there's been some instructions to just change it up a little bit, maybe get Taryn King coming out of the circle, just so they're not relying purely on that hold. With Mania Poto getting his early shot.
Victoria, very impressive. I hate to say it again and again, but they really are owning this court.
And what desperation shown there from Fell. Getting the first hands, then trying to tap it to one of his teammate, Lefebvre, doing similar. Just wanting a connection there. The New South Wales just got to go slightly earlier on their move. They're waiting for that turn to create. A bit too low a release there from Fell. Worth the attempt there, Jonas Kapsaris. Keeping pressure on the line. It's not an easy ball for an attacking side to do. Lovely shot.
That's a commanding shot. When you can just turn and you're in that rhythm, you're unstoppable as a shooter.
And the flow on it just never looked like missing. And we have had change for the New South Wales side. Goalkeeper into the side is Liam Hart. And that is the only change. Everyone else remains the same. We've still got Jack Wilson, Charlie Whitaker, Jonas Kapsaris, Harry Harris, Jack Borcher, and Riley Blewett out in front.
But we just noticed then the New South Wales play through the court. All of their players are passing chest passes or behind their ear, and it's a weak pass, but it was accurate in that case. So I think what they've done is shorten it up, which is a standard adage in our sport, short and sharp. But I don't know if this is going to last forever, if they're going to keep passing such weak passes.
And the thing with those lower passes is they do feed into the advantage that some of the other teams have with those longer arms and things.
Well, the Victorians can read it, but then they're also not able to get in front of a short pass. So if the New South Wales players can accurately get into space, pass it short and sharp, then they have a chance. There we go. New South Wales, first goal for the quarter.
And that's certainly a great thing for the New South Wales players, getting that opportunity early. And contact call outside circle, creating a nice easy feed into King. Looking beautifully pocket there, Mania Poto, with the sweep and quick hands.
Well, it's a New South Wales 2-on-1 against King, and it was effective, but also it creates the opportunity for the goal attack to sweep in front, and he did that beautifully.
And you've got to be so careful trying for the double when you've got another goaler sweeping so beautifully and get into that mid-range spot.
Well, maybe they're putting up a challenge for him to shoot out this quarter to see what he can do.
Well, that is possibly what they're looking at, given that King was so dominant for Victoria in that first quarter. Jack Wilson adding another goal to his name. Just a little bit too much pepper on it there from Borcher.
Well, it was a pass that should never have gone to a retreating player in the backspace with a tall player defending them in front. It's really not worth it. They need to cut into the front space, and then the pass will be clear.
Just little slip of the hands there from Josh Feeney, recognising he was probably going to get the played ball, trying to do what he can. Lovell coming up with beautiful hands.
There we go, New South Wales. A little bit of luck on several counts on that play.
It's a nice little 2 in a row for them. That's got to be confidence boosting. Oh, beautiful drive through.
Amazing, Victoria. Teamwork at its best.
And Maniapoto has picked up the workload this quarter a bit, really looking at adding the volume in. And Fell making it extremely difficult for any of his attackers at the moment.
There's some really interesting setups there by the New South Wales midcourt. They played the centre court player played off the circle way too far, but then also did a magnificent dodge in the next play. So they're copying Liz Watson's playbook, and you can't really go wrong with copying the Australian captain.
A very, very solid player. Oh, beautifully chased. Still New South Wales ball. Unfortunately, foot out of court at the time. One thing I have to say to credit to New South Wales is even if the passes aren't necessarily the perfect pass or the right pass, they're chasing them down.
Yes, and they are athletic and they are committed. It's very important to put that head over the ball because you'll beat the other player or else you'll have a concussion. But,
Well, that as well. Yeah, absolutely. But it's always good to see a player who's willing to chase it down regardless whether it's completely right. Ryan Lovell, beautiful hands.
what on earth were New South Wales thinking with that pass? It was a poorly executed pass and a poorly chosen and poorly timed pass. Like, it's just gifted to the Victorian goalkeeper, and he was there on the money to pull it in. He's a great player.
Oop. There's a couple there that Shane Maniapoto's just been caught on, making an initial lead and then stopping. Just needs to make sure he's coming through the whole way there. It's beautifully done, Riley Blewett, for a couple of great attempts of the intercept and getting some hands to it. Oh, just nice flight on the ball, Jonas Kapsaris. Finding Wilson under the post, but Ryan Lovell getting hands up to it.
Oh, great deception there. The goal attack cutting around the front, and the shooter finds a space at the post, but not to be executed in the final shot. And there we go, Victoria showing how it's done.
Half a second later, and that might have been a beautiful block there, Liam Hart. So just saying that score counts there for Victoria. The scoreboard saying 27-10, Victoria's way. Just over 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Not quite able to find the angle for Charlie Whitaker under the post. He was saying give it over. Probably just need to get the leg around to create a bit more of a clear angle for that ball.
What do you mean by get the leg around,
So,
Nathan?
So, obvious thing for goal is when you coaching them, saying get the leg around, is when they're in a hold and they're in the backspace, is literally swinging their leg so it gets around in front of their defender. And then that way they've got a clearer base and a clearer position for opening up for that feed.
Yeah, and I mean, some players do it naturally and so beautifully, but some players actually need to be told what physically to do to execute, to get to the right space for the feeders.
And it's about creating a clearer body angle to let the feeders know where you want the ball. If you're closed off and away from it constantly, it is difficult for a wing attack or centre to see that or to know where they're meant to be placing the ball.
Yeah, we were very lucky in our careers to have great shooters that offered great space, but also awful goalkeepers from Victoria that would monster our players. I don't know who was coaching them then. Obviously not you.
Most definitely not me back then.
Oh, Victoria, just so impressive. They seem to find it easy.
And Daniel King reading that beautifully, attacking the line of the ball, terrific.
They just want the ball, but they're not overplaying any particular passage of play.
Okay, just a little bit of footwork call there. Slightly earlier release may have helped save that. But here's another opportunity for New South Wales to get it down. They just need to be on the end of the ball again. Much better positioning there, Harry Harris. And New South Wales look good when they actually go direct. But when they put too much loop in it, that's when it's getting eaten up. Tough angle on that one, but well pulled in by Terran King.
Oh, Lefebvre, he's able to just put that ball on a string. It's really impressive. Although that ball should not really have gone through. He fed it with aplomb.
And he hasn't forced too many this game, Lefebvre. Especially for an early one. His first game up in the 20s after playing 17s last year.
Oh, so he's quite young, is he? He's much younger than 20?
Yeah, so first year in the 20s. So great seeing a player like him have the opportunity up here. And that baseline, once again, a favourite spot for Jack Wilson. Managed to find it. Just needs to finish off. Ooh. Getting up beautifully there, Terran King, because that's where the ball was headed. If Riley Blue had come through and maybe attempted up a little bit more rather than across the body, I reckon he might have got a hand to that.
Well, he's leading the New South Wales charge, but still, no matter what one player can do, this is a team game, and they're down by 22 goals at the moment, heading into halftime.
And beautiful hands, Daniel King. Another great cut of the angle there. New South Wales looking for any option to attack it. Jake Borcher going, I'll do it myself once again. Just want someone on the end of it. And that's a nice drive. Riley blew it.
Oh, great dodge there. So the New South Wales centre, he's actually using game smarts quite regularly. Just every now and then he's a bit too far away. He needs to make the dodge and then come up the court. And the players need to wait for that action to happen.
And his use of backspace isn't bad by any means through the goal circle. Some of it's just the time. He's certainly getting away from Josh Feeney quite regularly on that backspace use. Ooh, a little bit of a float.
Oh, a bit of chaos. Very entertaining there. New South Wales comes up with it. And will they get the goal just in the shadows of halftime? No. More chaos.
Oh, a little bit too much on it.
Oh, here we go.
Knowing where he wanted to give the ball and just not quite getting the release. Still opportunity here for New South Wales to get another goal in before
there's so
half-time
much
break.
time in netball, isn't there? 13 seconds is enough to score 2 or 3 goals. if you just hold on to the ball. And neither team seem willing to do that at the moment.
Managing to keep it in there, Charlie Whitaker. Still an opportunity. The goal attempt not quite going off in time.
And there we go. It's 33-12. Victoria leading the under-20s division on the first game of the All-Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships for 2023 ahead of New South Wales.
Oh, Keely never used to say to me, Andrew, shut your mic up. She's so funny. She's so funny. Yeah, because she just swears like
My thing. There we go. So welcome back. We're going into the second half of the first round clash between Victoria and New South Wales under-20 men's sides at the National Championships here in Perth at Bendat Stadium. So there'll be multiple changes from both sides. The first round, they want to explore their depth. They want to give everyone a chance to get out on the court.
Beautiful long shot.
Oh, wow. Where's that been? Is that the same player that was playing centre before? I'm a bit confused by they were all with the same haircuts.
We'll get the New South Wales change to you in just a moment. They are being sent through to me. It is difficult to know the surnames without them. Jamie Shannon coming on, getting his first goal.
Oh, it's a shootout. Let's see if they can keep up this impressive attacking play.
And you will have noticed a couple of changes for Victoria as well. You just saw Jamie Shannon shoot his first goal. He's come on into goal shooter. In centre is Jacob Muddy. And goal defence, Riley Collifeller.
It's so important, the first play after a break, to have clear in your mind that you are going to get that goal. You have set it up exactly how you want it to play, and you've rehearsed it in your mind and as a team dozens of times. So
And
that's what has happened with the New South Wales and Victorian teams in those first two plays.
And changes for New South Wales. We have seen Wilson move back from goal attack into goal shooter, putting up that confident shot. We've got Hillier Murmur coming on into goal attack, moving from wing defence into wing attack. We've got Jake Porcher. Centre has remained the same. Wing defence, new player on Andrews.
Oh, great intercept by the Victorian goal attack. He's on fire, honestly. Very, very impressive.
And that flowing mullet has moved from goalkeeper to goal defence in Liam Hart. Jamie Shannon shooting 2 from 2 from range.
Oh, it's mullet on mullet.
And goalkeeper returning, Fraser Salmon.
Oh,
Jamie
such
Shannon,
a
3 from
sweet-
3 from almost the same spot.
That's a beautiful shot. I really admire that. I remember watching Dan Ryan play his first matches for Victoria, and that is the balance you need on a shot. Just ignore everything that's going on.
And that beautiful baseline position. Lovely shot. This has thrown a bit of a
Oh, wow. What a great
curveball to
combination.
New South Wales for a moment here defensively. They've had the holding goal shooter for a couple, and now they've got a shorter distance shooter. Certainly a bit to think about. Collifeller beautifully taken. Oh, little bit too much on it for Shannon. Almost pulled off. A beautiful intercept and into the shooter at post. Ooh. Somehow managing to stay on side. They're both the seven. Beautifully done. Again, just wanting a connection. Someone up the middle. Might have gone over a third and perhaps a little bit of hands through there. Oh, tough ball trying to go across, but beautifully read.
Should never have been put through. The Victorians are onto everything defensively. No matter what player, they really read the game well and they're in the right position.
And Hart maybe a little bit frustrated there with that attempt. He does go low on his attempts for a block. Almost perfect timing on the jump there, Fraser Salmon. Fortunately, the moving off there from Hart. Another opportunity for Shannon on a long shot.
Oh, he's just beautiful to watch. All class at the moment. Let's hope that he can keep this up.
Just getting caught on the body there, Salmon. Just need to work feet a little bit more, but did well at keeping Shannon quite high. New South Wales just need to settle again. Plenty of opportunity in this quarter. There is a new combination. They've just got to settle into a rhythm. And if they can get their time in, they'll be getting it through nice and easily once again.
Oh, well done. New South Wales picked that off. I was actually about to compliment the Victorians on that wonderful drive that they put through the court where they take a massive leap. They're so athletic. But then you still need to execute the pass at the end of it.
Well, the beautiful thing was Tyson Andrews has been right in the right position for it.
Okay, let's see. Can he get this? Oh, it's amazing.
Not even a question.
I'm so impressed by this young player.
And Jamie Shannon's another one who's come up from the 17s from last year into the 20s.
Oh,
Not even a hesitation from him.
He's holding his space, but he's not too aggressive. Maybe one thing that he could improve is actually to push a little bit.
Bit of a silent
Plan
achiever
that
in his movements, I would say, Shannon. Just kind of goes about it. You don't necessarily notice him other than the beautiful shot. Not a bad thing. Oh, bit of a hunt level.
But there has to be a point where you get a bit of aggro in this game, right?
Well, I think there's some players that, from various teams, even up in opens level, who don't necessarily have that same aggro. Jerome Gilbard's someone who comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Always very settled in terms of level of aggression. Just stays at the one level for the whole game and can sink the shots without a hesitation. Must be very frustrating to defend. Beautiful pickup. Fraser Salmon seeing the loose opportunity.
This new wing defence for New South Wales has made himself integral in all the down-court plays. It's an unnoticed role often for the wing defence to bring the ball through, and he's doing it really well.
Yeah, well done to young Andrews there, having a graded. Just getting caught on the obstruction level. A little bit more push, that's in. Well, just taking the foot off the pace there, Victorian attack. They're much better when they'll move in it with a little bit more intention. Going to get caught at. New South Wales are going to take advantage of any of those loose balls or poor passes.
Well, speaking of poor passes, New South Wales had a role in that one as well. But I have been impressed with New South Wales' ability to spread out their leads. They aren't cluttering together, so they often have the two feeders available around the circle. And, you know, it's not a thing that just happens.
And that was a beautiful feed in.
Very good. Very nice.
Well seen the angle there.
When the feeders are split nice and wide, it creates room for one of the shooters to come out, and it also creates a room for a give and go lead from the goal attack to sweep around.
And Wilson certainly likes that backspace, which is creating a good angle. Although it is slightly closed off, he is keeping the defenders on his back.
That was really intelligent hold there. Very, very nice. But they need to make up 25 goals. So maybe this game is out of the hands of New South Wales, but they can still learn and apply structures. They can blood new players, and they can get a whole lot out of the second half of this game.
Well, as a coach, I imagine that the plan is here to make little goals. So that might be, we want to get to a certain level. We want to restrict Victoria to a certain number of goals for this half, for this quarter, even for 5-minute periods. And if they can achieve that, they've still had a successful game, regardless of the end of
exactly.
result
so
and score.
Simple goals like, if we get possession, we're going to score. Just hold the ball and score. Or let's try to get 2 goals back to back. Like, that sort of goal is achievable. But also, if they set unachievable goals, it's frustrating.
And we've got to remember, this is also day one. Championships are not won on day one. So New South Wales, they'll take some learnings already. And if they can build, if they can achieve some of what their coach is after, I'm sure they'll be happy at the end of the game, being able to build on that for their next set of games and the next couple of days.
So you must be really proud of the Victorian M League, which creates players like these that are prepared to come along to nationals and step up to this level.
Oh, certainly proud of both our senior and junior M League. at providing opportunities for these players. Additionally, Inspire Sports Group, who provide the boys' Emerging Talent Academy for Victoria, which players like Harrison Lefebvre have come through, Taryn King as well. It gives them an opportunity, choosing netball as their sport, to have quality coaches and learning opportunities alongside our state players, and then moving up through our 17s and our 20s, and hopefully up into our Opens one day.
Oh, it's a very competitive side to get into, that Victorian Open team. Many talented players in the reserves hoping to get into the Opens. We'll get to see them later today.
And another opportunity here in New South Wales, Jack Wilson. Starting to find some confidence.
I'm very excited to see the players from every state, like the different styles that we can see, the different talent. It's going to be a really exciting week.
Just a bit off balance there, Shannon. Throwing the leg out, getting a little bit tricky. What excites me about a division like this this 20s, is watching players grow across the week. So, in a few days' time, watching this New South Wales side, it'll be seeing how much they've improved and how much they've come together as a team in that time. I have no doubt the skill level will have improved, the confidence will have improved, and it'll be a different side to what we're seeing today, a bit of a nervous side. And for some of these players, it's their first championships.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an unknown quantity for them. So they come in, they're nervous in their first game, but once they've found their feet, once they've had that opportunity on court, they always build confidence and improve by the end of the week. Oh, interesting attempt from the ground there, Sal. A bit of a slide on the knees. Umpire maybe saying didn't pick it up off the ground, will allow it.
So you're exactly right there, Blommers. These players, they've come here maybe for the first time. They don't know all that stuff that we had to incorporate, like the nutrition, the ice bars, all those little things. They're doing them for the first time, and maybe they're a bit fearless, but they can learn on the court, and hopefully they're going to deliver by the finals.
And I have no doubt we'll see some very strong netball in this division. The 20 and unders is a very exciting division where you've got these young men starting to move their ways up into the Opens divisions, starting to move up to that older age group, and moving their way from being the true junior players. The skill level starts to increase, moves across the week into something quite special.
Yeah, but also they've got to put up with the fatigue factor, and that's actually one of the reasons I actually gave up the game, was I was just too old. But these youngsters, they don't know fear, they don't know fatigue, they're just going to push on and do exactly what their coaches say.
And they've got the benches to run at these sides. Both New South Wales and Victoria have got multiple players on the bench to be able to create an opportunity. That means you can run out there and go for everything. Jamie Shannon, initial hesitation and balk.
Such
not
a
a question.
beautiful shot again. Can he be stopped?
Well, did have the one miss not that long ago where he's slightly off balance. I think that's the key to try and stop his shot, is that off balance. Try and get him there. Beautiful
But the timing
drop.
to the backspace. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. That's what you should be teaching every young player, and just execution, really, really perfect then.
What I loved about that one from a coaching point of view is the eye contact made between goalers for that goaler to goaler. Is that they looked at each other, you could see what's happening, knew to then drop. You can't do that without getting that communication in some capacity. Fell after being a little bit quieter this quarter, getting another set of hands to it. Had a terrific first half as a wing defence. Victoria's captain leading by example.
Oh, is this going to be a swisher again? He's off balance, but he gets it.
But that step back is something that Shannon likes. A step back is still well within his natural action. It's when he does this off-balance step to the side or hasn't quite caught it right.
You need to be able to do that as a shorter shooter.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to step back or step to the side. You need to be able to balk.
A couple of different options in your arsenal.
Yeah, a lot of weapons in his arsenal. And fundamentally just not be put off by someone attacking your shot.
And Lefebvre, he has deceptively long arms, the skinny fella there, wing attack. Doing very well to get hands to it. New South Wales recognising there's not too much time to go, wanting to go direct, not able to get there quite in time.
And it's another strong quarter from Victoria, 48-18, leading New South Wales men's under 20 on the day one of the national championships.
Coach people from pretty much every state through Aussie stuff, so I can be unbiased in that sense. At least I've been around most of them at different points in time.
I think we just love the game, we love good players. So it doesn't matter which team it's good.
That's the thing. It's really, as much as the reason I want to see Victoria do really well, I love seeing it.
Oh yeah, I hate to see people injured. I'm disappointed if they play badly, but I love to see them play really well to their potential.
And anyone doing anything. And watching people grow from year to year, it's just so thrilling. You go, look how much that person's come on from the previous year.
Exactly. Okay, welcome back. This is the final quarter in the first round, under 20s division, New South Wales versus Victoria. And Victoria has a commanding lead of 30 goals. So they've thrown out a few new players.
Yeah, a couple of changes for Victoria. We've seen change in wing defence with Daniel King coming on there. So that's going to provide some big hands to have to go across. And we've also seen Ben Gospel come on into goal attack. For New South Wales, just the one change. Jonas Kapsaris returning into wing attack.
And there was an interesting hell ball call there on the shot of New South Wales. We haven't seen any hell ball calls for the whole game. And I feel that that one might have been a little bit quick, but the consistency is all we're after. Nice shot there from New South Wales goal shooter.
Yeah, terrific start. That's what they want to come out with and fire for the rest of the court. Not quite enough from Gospel there.
And there's my little favourite, the wing defence for New South Wales. He's involved. He's getting possession.
Yeah, Andrews is getting amongst it. He's taking advantage of any loose ball.
I can actually see there was two twin brothers playing for New South Wales in the past. Tory, I can't remember his name, but playing wing defence. This reminds me of, Andrews reminds me of this player. He's a bit skittish, but he's there at the right time.
And just needing to get off the sideline then, New South Wales. Good chase. Oh, doing well to force it into Victorian hands there. Well done to Jack Wilson. Long shot. Just need a little bit more arc on it.
That's a good structure from New South Wales, but yes, they do need to actually lift the ball as it goes through.
I didn't mind the fact that he was willing to put up the shot, though. I like seeing a goaler at least confident enough to back themselves, even from distance. It means that they should be able to put him up. They're not hesitating quite the same way as Jamie Shannon puts a slight hesitation on that shot. Getting himself a little bit off balance there. As I said earlier, that's what does throw off his shot, is when he's slightly off balance.
There we go. New South Wales using a short fake and then going over. Nicely done by the goal defense there.
Oh, beautifully done. Daniel King managed to tap it to Gosbell, getting the turnover. But New South Wales have restricted Victoria from scoring this quarter so far.
Oh, another deflection there for New South Wales and another one.
Victoria looking a little bit messy in attack at the moment. Just got to clean up given they've got slightly changed set up. But Jamie Shannon going, I will settle down that line.
Oh, he's very impressive. But it is a great skill to be able to execute your shot even though there's chaos ahead of you. So that was a great move.
And that's what you
shot.
want from any goal shooter in particular, is to be that nice steady target. Goal shooters are what the players that people look to steady the ship.
Here we go. Oh, New South
beautiful
Wales.
swing around. The old roll.
This goal attack hasn't been shooting for, well, that long, maybe 3 minutes in this game. But let's hope he gets some confidence up from that.
And that lovely drop. Ben Gosbell for his first attempt, slightly off. There was a beautiful connection between him and Jacob in centre. 20s teammates from last year. Looking for a nice short front option.
Oh, such a risk to step on. That means he's got his feet grounded really, really nicely, but then he saw a move to the pocket, but he stepped on and took a risk of being off balance and being called by the umpire for stepping. But luckily, the Victorians, well, unluckily for the Victorians, they obstructed.
And I'm loving this from New South Wales this quarter. They come out with a bit more confidence. They're leading this quarter. So from a coaching point of view, I know they'll be very happy, New South Wales. Maybe not quite with that little flick attempt that they were trying, but 3-1. If they can win this quarter, that's a nice little win for them. Oh, tough ball. Victoria just struggling to get that structure and attack again. Just need to settle things back down.
Isn't it a simple thing? Like, when there is an error, the next player has to be safe. And the Victorian players could heed those words, although we can't tell them from here, just to shorten it up. Don't take those risks, even though they're spectacular.
And a nice simple rule as well is get back circle edge, get your feeds nice, get your goalers in an easy position. Just a little bump out, resulting in outer court there. Shannon just going off the shot slightly. And Coach Greg Heinrich looked at making a sub here, maybe to help settle that attack line.
Oh, but also to take off the brilliant Lefebvre, give him a break and give another player an opportunity to see the shooters.
And also a chance to run a combination that played together last year in this competition in Feeney and Gosbell.
Well, actually, Feeney's just come on with playing a million miles an hour, as long as he does that with his feet and not with his hands as well. But it looked really impressive, the first couple of moves that he made.
I imagine a very clear instruction given to him was get circle edge and get the feed from there. We need to settle down that attack. And Jamie Shannon, beautiful shot.
So it's 50 goals to 22 to Victoria. We've got 8 minutes to go in the last quarter.
Not quite enough on that ball, but managed to get the loose one through the top, New South Wales. Great follow through. That's what you want to see from any goal shooter every point in time. If you're going to miss the shot, which you hope is rare, is that follow on that rebound.
Yes,
that timing
the
was beautiful.
If you get the rebound, it still gets in. You've still got 100%, haven't you?
As defenders, you get rare opportunities to get the ball. Generally from the attackers, you've got to get those rebounds. Ben Goswell with his first good confidence booster for him.
And Shannon's gone a bit off the boil, hasn't he?
And I think part of it might be the timing that, because out in front of him, the timing has gone off.
Yeah.
It's thrown out his timing as a goal shooter. But New South Wales have lifted with their pressure defensively. Almost a block there. Creeping in Ryan Lovell. There's another opportunity, Jack Wilson. Nice little offload, but here's the opportunity to sink another one, New South Wales. Beautifully done.
And they're still ahead this quarter, aren't they?
New South Wales are still ahead, absolutely. They are winning this quarter, 6 goals to 3. And has been leading for most of this quarter. There is the opportunity for Victoria to start pegging that back.
There we go, nice switch shot. So Shannon just shooting that really nicely. Sometimes it can be better as a short shooter to be off balance because you ignore the fact that the person's in front of you because you're concentrating so hard on balancing, but the shot just goes in.
And that's 2 great intercepts level. Unfortunately not able to execute the pass just after it through to teammate King. Another opportunity for New South Wales. Good use of backspace there. Jack Wilson.
It looks spectacular, but it was risky, but we appreciate it nonetheless.
He'd given himself plenty of room as well. He'd got his defender level quite high, which meant he had heaps of room to move into, reducing the risk of that pass going astray. Wonderful block, Fraser Salmon. Timed that just out of the hand. Mid-range shot here, Gosball. Just a little bit off.
And the New South Wales players have to wait for the Victorians to get back on court to take the throw in. And then they had a really direct play down the right-hand side of the court, but another error sees Victoria in possession again.
Cauliflower doing extremely well to keep that ball in. Nice little hole, Ben Gosball.
Gospel's struggling a little bit on the choice and timing of the shot. I feel like it's open to Victorians to play themselves into a better shooting position. They don't have to constantly shoot from long range. Although they are often successful, they could double play it back and be under the post.
And Victoria are looking at making a change there. Perhaps just to help find it a bit easier for Gosball and to work him into the game. Taryn King returns into goal shooter. Tough ball, but there's our mate Andrews with another little turnover.
Must be the name, surely.
Gotta be the name. Cauliflower eating that one up. Need a little bit more on it if you're going to give that ball over the long hands.
Oh, that's nice from King.
Ooh, just edging out. Look good off the hand.
The hand is a little bit cold, obviously, but I have faith that he'll work himself back in.
And his role there is to now be a bit of a target and to provide the opportunity for Gosball to work around him. Just getting caught pocketed a little bit early there, Feeney, but the ball still managed to come through. Goswell should sink this one. Beautiful shot.
But isn't it great to see the endeavour from the New South Wales players they actually, yes, again, Andrews
again.
He got the tip before and he got the ball and the follow-up just then. The endeavour from the New South Wales players, Andrews is one example, but they are really giving it a go and they're learning the angles and the timing that the Victorians are using.
And just unfortunately played ball there after a great attempt level. I'm liking the confidence New South Wales have come out this quarter with. Much better than the first half in particular. Beautiful shot.
That's amazing. He just rocked back a little half step and just swashed that through. Is that the past participle of swashed? I'm not sure.
It could be. It could be. We'll have
we could use that. He swashed it.
We'll get any letters and numbers viewers out there from SBS to call in and let us know. I'm sure they'll be fully aware of that.
As long as it's not the 8 out of 10 cats version.
Indeed.
We'll keep that for mummy and daddy time.
New South Wales still got to be pleased with how this quarter's going so far. They are still winning this quarter. 8 goals, 2-6. Victoria got 2 minutes to peg that margin back to win this quarter.
And it's really important to practice in game time at game pace. The Victorians, pretending that maybe they were down and they needed 2 goals to win, how would they structure the last 90 seconds? Well, first of all, Feeney's really added something in attack, but they need to hold the ball and score. It's that simple, and they haven't done it then. Like I said before, they could potentially double play themselves, the shooters, to easier shots. And in a critical time at the end of a game when you might be down by 2, you need to be able to do that reliably.
Beautiful timing, just unfortunately short there, Lovell. Just asking, did I creep in? The answer was yes. Under a minute to go here, New South Wales definitely got to be happy with this quarter.
And a nice pass across the top of the net there, but it doesn't go in. Victoria might have the last gasp here. 20 seconds to go.
Still heaps of opportunity to score.
They're ahead by 28. Oh, there's King. It's just, the timing from King is just admirable poetry.
Still time. They want another goal here, Victoria. I think the instruction is to try and get in. King caught behind. That is a win for this quarter for New South Wales, though.
And the umpire is trying to hold time to set the penalty.
With all but maybe a second to go at the time.
Well done, Victoria. A great opening hit out in the under-20s men division. New South Wales, they've had an opportunity to flood young players and see what they can do at this national level.
Terrific opportunity, and look forward to seeing them again later in the week. And look forward to joining you later in the week, I'm sure.
We'll be here all week. And thank you for joining us.